Alright, here you go. Welcome to Chiishi. This is an awesome store. We're gonna make some Chiishi. So we gotta go to the store and get our stuff. Alright. 10 kilograms. And I need John Thorsland here. Sand is already in it. So this already has sand in it. Alright, looks good. Take this. I'd like to come here and see what their collection of kama look like. Not bad, huh? There you go. That's some pretty good sizes here though too. 180. Some places have like 95 centimeters. This is a 165 millimeters. Anyway, not bad, huh? Here's your hoe for you guys that do the kata with that. All right, we're looking for handles right now. Quick, huh? Uh-oh, they only have the big ones.
First thing you gotta do is light up about 4 of your favorite mosquito coils. Mosquitoes are torturous here in Okinawa. They will eat you alive.
All right.
This is almost like one of those cooking shows.
It is. I know. It feels what I feel like.
Backyard barbecue.
Yep.
Right.
Drill there.
Got a drill. Got some containers. So we're rolling.
Okay. Well, let's make some Chiishi.
Let's make some Chiishi.
So Bryce Baker was one of our students, one of my dad's students, and he put together this whole thing. But he's got some. He's like clearly an accomplished woodworker, which I don't know about Josh, but I am not.
I am not.
Yeah, this is to show you some additional options in case you're not quite up to the general contractor level of woodworking that Bryce is. So
Caramel popcorn. Everybody's got to have some of that, right? I mean, how simple is that? KFC, kind of a joke, but you can still use it. So
Yeah.
protein. You know,
Really
you
good
typical
like that.
protein balls. I think this is what Bryce used, right? With something like this.
Yeah.
In his nice video.
Yep.
Just throw that in there. So.
How heavy do you think that would be? How heavy do you want your Chiishi?
I've not weighed any of mine.
Yeah.
So this is the one that we used in our day 2 video.
Right.
I don't think it's 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Is it 10 pounds?
I don't know. Yeah, but that's a good weight. Yeah. I think there's utility in lighter ones, but also in some heavier ones.
Yep.
But yeah. All right. Well, we're going to do some work. We're going to use the Chiishi during the Kangeko. So the idea is that everybody, before we start, we're just asking you to make your own Chiishi. Make it whatever size you want it to be, and we're gonna spend the afternoon just kind of chilling out, and we're gonna make a couple Chiishi.
There we go.
So, all right.
All right, let's get
Ready
it
to start?
started. Now, is that a quick set?
I have no idea.
30
This
to
is
60?
oh, this is extremely quick setting. 30 to 60 minutes. It solidifies. Kinkyu rapid. Oh, good for winter. Specifically made for winter. So here's what we need though, between Bryce and John Thorsland, another good friend of mine, John Thorsland, who actually does concrete work out in North Carolina. And so I'm not even going to pretend to try to talk about concrete or cement. on this video, or else I'll hear about it from
We're not
from
driving out
John.
of there building a house out of it. So.
That's right. Not like that. Probably just right there, I think. I think it's pretty unscientific.
Very
Unscientific process there.
Where was it at?
Yep.
So we'll mark that one.
Yep.
Here, you want to hold that?
Yeah.
So obviously just pine. handles, softwood, and
But pretty thick. I mean, these are probably 1.5 inches.
yeah.
I mean, they're not thin dowels, right? They're pretty thick. So something you can get your hands around and have to grip. That's what I like. I think.
So next,
We're gonna prepare the
some
handle.
screws, yeah. Real cheap here with the screws, whatever you find. Probably have something laying around your house. These are probably cost me $2 for maybe $1 at the hardware store here in Okinawa. 75mm cheapo screws.
I'll tell you what. I'll drill pilot holes.
Sounds good.
And you drill. What do you put?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Good to go.
Just some little pilot holes in there. I don't know. There's probably a scientific way to do it, but I don't know. What's the worst could happen? I guess.
Right. So very essentially, just put the top pilot hole there, so they're buried inside the container that you're using, right?
Got some small gauge wire here, and I'm just going to cut it, and then we're going to run it around. I think all we're doing is creating surface area here, right?
I think surface
Is that what the
area.
point of this is?
That's all I do it for. It's like
Okay.
wire mesh if you're gonna
Yeah.
pour concrete. If you don't want to make Chiishi, you get yourself a nice weapon here either way. Look at that.
That's killer. Oh, nice. So something about like that?
That's all I did, yeah.
Okay. And then the concrete will obviously, once we get it in there, it'll work its way in there and create kind of a good tight grip, I think. So that's that. If I get the knife right, makes me happy, but I don't always get it right.
Much more patient than I am. I think I would have ripped the top off the bag already.
Well, I like when you get it right. When you get it right, it's nice. How much do you want to make? You want all of it. A little bit.
I think that's pretty good. Let's take a peek
Yeah.
at our scientific consistency here.
Well, the consistency of mud.
Yeah.
It'll dry eventually, right?
Should be 30 to 60 minutes.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, I think put a little bit in there, right?
I think so. Just put it all in there. That's pretty good.
Pretty good estimate first time around.
Yeah, it's probably good more. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in there. Oh yeah, that's good. We can wipe it off. Okay, we'll let that settle in a little bit. Right there. We might need some tape just to tape it down. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is just run some tape. Probably.
From the handle down.
Yeah, just to keep it from tipping, right? Straight. Yep. There.
That's going to be a nice Chiishi right there.
Yeah, that'll work. So we didn't talk about it a lot, but the workout we do with the Chiishi, the theme this year is Keiko, and K meaning to think about or consider, and then the old. And I think another term you hear, and I think it's kind of come in, we've heard more of it recently through social media and stuff, is this onko chishin, right? Onko, on literally means warm, ko means old.
Mm-hmm.
Chi means knowledge, shin of the new, right? So it's keeping warm the old and gaining a knowledge of the new, or applying knowledge of the new. And so in the Chiishi exercise, I tried to take some ideas from current thinking about, how to best exercise and things like that, and then try to apply that, core stability. You hear a lot about core stability and things like that. I don't know that old trainers used to think about that, because a lot of the times they were farmers, they were laborers who had to work core strength, even though they might not have been big muscular people, very stable in their core, because they didn't sit all the time. They worked, they carried, they lifted. And so a lot of I think the workouts today emphasize that, cross, that diagonal load bearing and things like that. You see it in kettlebells, you see it in dumbbells, you see it in body weight workouts, functional fitness and things like that. But you can take something like a Chiishi as simple as this and put together a pretty challenging workout that replicates that. So I think it was fun. But the idea of this, keiko, thinking about the old but also looking toward the new, or onko chishin, that kind of idea. So hopefully people will enjoy the workout. It kicked my butt. I was really sore.
It kicked my butt too.
I'm still a little
I'll
sore.
tell you.
It was only a couple days ago that we did it, so.
Second time around, tried to use a little less water. We'll see how this works out.
Oh, yeah. That's perfect.
What do you think?
I think it's perfect.
All
Look
right.
at that.
I like it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny too. The reason Perry Sensei and I are getting together before the actual release of the videos and running through these is so he can identify areas where he wants to improve it. When we got through the first
set.
But before that, we both thought, well, this doesn't have much of an upper body workout, and I don't know, it's not really, didn't push us that hard, did it? Till we got through about the second
round
of the second circuit.
Like, oh my gosh.
The first one's just a warm up, and then we got through the second one. Yeah.
It was like, nope, we're good. No need to change anything right now. Okay, I'm gonna maybe level this up, just see.
If you do not have, I know people here in Okinawa that live in an apartment, they're not going to make these. I was at the hardware store today, and an 8-pound sledgehammer would do a nice substitute.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I mean, or find somebody that has extra Chiishi, which I've got a few extra.
Yeah. Hey, these are real simple to make. There's no science behind it. There's nothing to get going on the Kangeiko. If you put yourself something together like this, we'll use them on a couple of the workouts, just give you some ideas of things to do. You can also, there's a lot of places that have Chiishi kind of workouts that you can look at. I know James recently did a very long and pretty in-depth video on Hojo Undo, where he used a number of different Hojo Undo implements and utensils, and a really nice class there. So take a look at those. But then the workout we do, it's a pretty challenging workout. I mean, it's a bit of a gut check. So enjoy it. Let us know what you think. We look forward to hearing from you when it's all said and done. So, and out here we had a great goodness, the weather, other than the wind, I mean, the weather couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
And the sky, we did it right about sunset down on the beach near my house. And
Sunrise.
sunrise
Yeah.
down on the beach near my house. It was really pretty. So
Difficulty I had with editing was the wind noise, and it was
hard to
rough.
hear. Yeah.
But
Well,
by the
enjoy the
ocean.
scenery. Don't worry about the audio. Okay, we'll be back with our Chiishi here in
Do a little cleanup. And
yeah, that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, had a little bit of a fiasco there when I was trying to record the last section of this Chiishi making video. The day that Perry Sensei and I were making them, it started to rain. It was getting dark. We said, let's just leave them sit overnight. So we went inside and started working on some different things for the Kangeko sitting at the computer. The next day I came out and I recorded actually peeling off the mold of both Chiishi. And then I ended up deleting the video and not realizing it for several days until I went to edit it. So this is a week later, to be honest. I'm recording this 1 week later, but the idea is going to be the same, okay? So we got the mold here. This particular mold, I threw away my mold. This particular mold is the one that Perry Sensei used. He used the Clorox bottle. And basically all I did when I came out to peel them off is I just scored them with the utility knife on two sides. And then they literally just peel right off the concrete. They're not going to stick to it or anything like that. You see here, we're not professional masons. There's a few air holes. That's kind of an added feature. There's a few air holes in the Chiishi. Not a big deal. All we had to do was probably move it around a little bit, tap the sides to get the air out. We didn't do that. It's not going to change anything. Not going to fall on your head. It doesn't matter, right? That's not going to change what the tool is actually used for. This is the one I made out of the vinegar bottle. This weighed in at 13.2 pounds. This is a hefty one, but I used a longer handle for that reason because I knew I was going to make this one a little bit longer. I wanted to get something that I could get the weight out further away from me and try some different things with it. I'm not going to be holding this one up and doing the external rotations or anything like that, but it's definitely going to come in handy for some other activities. The one that Perry Sensei made out of this Clorox was 11.2 pounds. And that's pretty nice. We both were able to kind of move that one around. Definitely heavy. It'll work you, but you can do some internal and external rotations with that one. Not so bad. This is the mold that I used to make most of my Chiishi. Very flexible paint mold, and they pop right out of this really easily. And I like it because I've been able to reuse these. This one comes in at about 8 pounds. And I like the weight of this because it's a little bit easier to get some different type of rotational exercises, and it's not going to hurt my shoulders. I can work on mobility and agility and whatnot. Apologies for the neighbor's dog. Last one I want to show you here. If you're making this for a child or something like that, this is a squirt bottle, a honey squirt bottle. Maybe it stopped. This is just a honey squirt bottle I made 3 years ago because I had a tiny bit of concrete left over and I wanted to make something really light. But if you're making this for kids, you know, you don't want anything even at the 8 pound level. Squirt bottle of honey will work just fine. So that's it. That was the backyard Chiishi making session with Perry Sensei and I. I wish I did not delete that other video because I wanted to show where I actually cut them off, but I think you guys can get the idea. They're not that difficult to make. I think we have $10 wrapped up in this for making 2 Chiishi. I mean, keep minus the bleach and the vinegar that we used. Not an expensive training tool, pretty simple to make, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Share pictures in the Facebook group, share videos. We'd like to see what y'all came up with. If anybody has any better ideas, check out Bryce's video. Definitely a good tutorial on the proper way to make it. This is just a real quick and dirty backyard session here. So, all right, we'll see you in the Kangeko.